Welcome back to the channel. We're here with the Valentine's Sacred Stones summoning session, and we are live from Pity Break City. We're down in the toilet with our free Wi-Fi. It's going great. But before we jump into this banner, let's actually do our free summon from the ticket. And while we're doing this, we can discuss the goals. So our goal is we want as many merges on Lyon as possible, and we want one mer. That's like our real goal. If we get Ephraim, cool, but if we don't, it's not the biggest deal to me. Myrrh, though, we definitely need to test, so we have to get a Myrrh. Okay, we got another. This is actually like the second battle I've gotten from this ticket. Like I've gotten so many doubles. It's kind of crazy considering how big the pool is. I've gotten like 2 or 3 Joshuas, which I was happy about, and then some others too. It's so weird. Anyway, let's jump in. We'll discuss this a little bit more. We'll answer some questions, and I don't think we're gonna do any reds. Like if we get Selena, cool, but I really don't. I don't need her, and her tome is really cool, but like I also just don't know where I'd even put it at, so I'm not gonna really pull for it. Okay, let's start off with the question like right off the bat, just to start the summoning session off. From Nephilim, are you going for merges? Maybe even selling your other kidney for the +10. So yeah, you know, I could, right? I got some good deals for my kidney. It's in good shape, but no, we're not going for any like +10s here. We'll hopefully get like a +1. That's what I'm going for right now, and then maybe in the future we'll merge them up like slowly over time. But we're definitely not going for any like craziness here, because Desert Altina was she took a number on me, and then we had Marth right after. And I'm sure we're gonna need something more insane soon enough, and we have a Hero Rises next month. Like it's a lot of summoning around Anniversary and around Choose Your Legends typically. So like we'll just we'll take it easy here for right now. But yeah, so like with this banner's, I'm happy about this banner and sad. I'm happy because Lyon is one of my favorite characters, so that's amazing. I'm not so happy that Lyon introduces another toxic effect. Like when it came to Femordis last year, it kind of like suited his character, right? Of like being, it's Yuri. I mean, I'll take that. Why not, right? I have like a pretty decently merged Yuri. That's never that's not a bad pool, especially when you're got almost no pity and good IV too. Go back out here. When it came to like Femordis, like him having Nightmare and turning off units, it was like thematic and cool and powerful, and like there was a way to play around it, right? You just kill Femordis. And this one, there are ways to play around it. We haven't tested them all yet, so we need to test exactly how much you can play around with it, like how it affects units. Does it like always target the unit with high speed, even if they're already turned off, stuff like that. But I just don't like the idea of like having more end turn effects. I think that's like a cancerous effect for the game, and so one of my favorite heroes introducing it does not really make me very happy, I guess is the way to put it. So I'm kind of like in a weird situation where I want Lyon to be good because I love Lyon, but like I also don't want him to be good because like cancer. So, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Speaking of units on this banner, we have a question from Josiah. Do you think Valentine's Ephraim will be a good counter to more God Swords? If you had to a choice of who would be in this year's summer banner, who do you want and who do you think is possible to get Summer Crom and Anna this year? And then out of the top 20 units from Hero Rises, who do you want to be in the top 8? And then we also have a question from Pigeon Leader, also asking about Hero Rises. Who do you think the 4 units that will have the best chance of being on the Hero Rises banner are? Okay, let's start at the top with Valentine's Ephraim. Valentine's Ephraim, yeah, he's gonna be a great counter to a lot of God Swords because you have a Brave attack. The only one he'll like really struggle against is like probably Lucia, just because his damage reduction piercing is based off activating his special, which you can't do against Lucia. But other than that, he'll probably do just fine. The thing is like, oh, let's go. Okay, perfect. That's so good. That's so good. I love getting early 5 stars. Very bad IV. Very, very bad IV. Holy crap, that's a bad IV. But that's fun. That's fun. But yeah, so I mean, God Swords are already kind of in a very bad spot right now. So like, all Omni tanks are pretty much. So I don't really think that's like the biggest deal. But yeah, they'll definitely work against him. And then when it comes to Hero Rises, right? Or when it comes to the summer banner, let's start with that. I don't know if Crom and Anna will get on it. Maybe. I don't personally want any more Croms in the game for a while. And this isn't like me hating on Awakening, which I have done before. But it's more just because every single Crom offers too much. Like, to change fate is just too strong as it is. And so, like, right now in Summer Duels, we have Brave Crom, Legendary Crom, and Duo Crom, all meta. Like, it's like it's too many Croms. We don't need more Croms right now. We've had enough Awakening bias for a year. Let's like give some Engage bias or something else, right? So hopefully not, in my opinion. And then when it comes to Hero Rises, like the top 20 units, or the top 8, I guess, in the top 4. It's really difficult to say who will be in the top 4 because of the way of like how it is determined, right? It's a voting gauntlet, and voting gauntlets are just kind of like degenerate and like toxic and just not really fair, to be honest. This one is better than a typical voting gauntlet. There's like no like crazy multipliers, but even then, like, it can just get crazy. So I'm just not really a big fan of that, but it's hard to say. So when it comes like the units, I think will be in the top 8 at the least, right? I think it's gonna be like Legendary Camilla and Dimitri for sure, I would say, just because they're both very popular and very good, like just like across everything, right? So no matter like when you have a popular character who also offers really good fodder or is just like very, very powerful, they're typically going to do pretty well here, right? I also think that we'll get some other really popular characters, like top 8 winner Elgard, probably Duo Lyon will probably be there as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Wing Claude is there too, just because he's also popular, right? And then after that, it gets a little bit more skewed. I think Duo Sonic will probably make it in as well. And then maybe a Lear, just because she's popular. I'm not really sure. Personally, when it comes to like the top 4 I would love the most, I would really love like Winter Dimitri, Legendary Camilla, Rearmed Lucina, and like Attuned Peony would be really good, or like even Attuned Nino would be really good. I think the Green Dream is just like the best value we could get for like our orbs. Like it's insanely good value. So getting the Green Dream would be really cool. But I don't know how realistic that will be. We'll have to see. Because like once again, like once you get to those voting gauntlets, crazy things can happen, right? Like Edelgard's lost every round on the first round. So like who knows what will happen? Who knows what will happen, right? But yeah, Green Dream would be cool. I would really like Dimitri to win. I think he just had Kaz. He's a good unit and he has really good value for every single person, especially with the 5 skill inheritance now. You can get Prime and No Quarter, which is like just crazy, right? So hopefully we'll see that, but it's difficult to say, right? There's Brady. We need to get Mer, because if we get Mer, we can just we can spark Leon, and that would be really cool. Let's do another question. This one's from Hamsterman776. Now that we have a duo in the game that completes a trifecta, Erica Leon to join Ephraim Leon and Erica Ephraim, what 3 units would you like to see all get connected duos like this? Love the content as always, and good luck. Thank you. It's really hard to say, because like it's actually difficult to do that, right? Because a lot of units already have duos. Like I was thinking like Duo Sonic, Winter Altina, and then like Altina Micaiah, right? Or Altina Micaiah. But like, who would do it, right? Like they all have their own duos already, so it doesn't really work that well, right? That kind of doesn't work. I was thinking of, I don't know who else could really do it. Like I was thinking like of a quartet. Like okay, so you do Duo Elliewood, and he comes with Hector, right? And then you get Duo Lelina, and Lelina comes with Roy. And then like it's like a chain, right? Because they all connect. That'd be kind of cool. I'd like that. That'd be pretty hilarious. But I don't know if they do that. I don't know. Some other ones I guess would be kind of funny. Is like they could do Duo Nephany and Mia's the backpack, and then they do Duo Lucina and Nephany's the backpack. I don't think that would actually work. Or it'd be harmonic, but still, I don't know about that one. That seems so unrealistic. I don't know. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. We haven't gotten like a Duo Dimitri yet, which means we'll probably be getting that, and then I'm gonna lose even more orbs. Like, oh my gosh, this year's gonna rob me blind. Like we know for sure we're probably getting like Emblem Ike, probably Emblem Hector. I don't know. Like, oh my, I'm scared. But yeah, I don't know how they'll do that, but it'd be cool to do more of those trifecta things. It's just not the easiest thing to do. Typically, I think Sacred's maybe they could do it like Shaz of Valencia. Huh. Do like Duo Celica with Alm? I don't even know, to be honest. It wouldn't be Alm, it'd have to be somebody else, and then that person would have to be with Alm later. I don't know who that would be though. Faye? Faye and Duo and Celica together, and then Duo Faye with Alm. That'd be pretty funny. They're never gonna do that. That'd be funny though. Imagine the conversation. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with like the Sacred Stones trio kind of like all being together. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. It was kind of obvious we were gonna get Leon, but still happy he's here. Even if Valentine's really isn't my favorite season, to be honest. I would rather prefer like summer. But with Leon, summer doesn't really, he already has summer, and it doesn't really suit him all that well, in my opinion. Like, it doesn't for a duo. I don't know what they'd even do then, right? Like bridal? I don't know. Anyways, let's move on to another question. This one's from Turtlebot, and from his coconut gun. What new effect do you think they will create next? And then from Coconut Gun, what do you think the next new mechanic added will be? For example, terrain effects. And what would it take for tanks to be good again? Okay, so let's talk about new effects. It's kind of difficult to say what they'll go with. I think one of the obvious ones we'll get eventually, probably this year even, is like a way to turn off pre-combat damage. Like, they're very predictable. They create a problem and then they fix it, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we get that. It's not really like the biggest new effect, but that's something we could get for sure. The other thing, I guess, is like, someone asked me this question, and I feel really bad. I don't remember who it was, because I planned to answer it, and I just never, I lost the question. But like, the possibility of getting like temporary HP effects, and this is something I think could help tanks out a lot. HP is really, really valuable in our current meta. Like, with all that burn damage and stuff, like, you just need HP. And so having like, let's say a skill that gives you like, at start of turn, grants 20 temporary HP until end of turn, right? Something like that, where like, you essentially have like a little bonus health bar, and then you get hit for that health, and then at the end of, or the beginning of the next turn, it would give you that health again. I think that's one way they could do that. Like, they could add an effect like that, and it would definitely help tanks a ton. It would essentially just give ways for tanks to have more HP, or like have a second HP bar, something like that. And I could see them doing that, but man, I think that's like so confusing. Like, it would be really, really, really confusing. And then they could add a whole bunch of different effects on that, right? Like, when your temporary HP bar is active, you get damage reduction, or I don't know, like your special pierces damage reduction. Like, they could do all kinds of stuff with that kind of effect and make it really interesting. But I don't know. Other than that, I'm not really sure for tanks. Like, tanks just need so much help right now. They essentially need like every effect in the game to survive, which is not a good place to be. And they just keep pushing nukes harder and harder. So like, it's making it so tanks are even more difficult to use, right? So I think we're going to see a lot more flat damage reduction. It's Claude. Huh, okay. I mean, sure, why not? We'll probably use him as a merge. Maybe we'll use him as low speed defense spotter. I don't know. Probably just a merge though. Okay, let's back up. Yeah, but I expect to see like more flat damage reduction for sure, because that's like something that like is very effective, right? Even more effects like Altina's, like Desert Altina, where she has like the constant non-pierceable DR instead of like the armored beacon kind of non-pierceable DR, where it's really only for like one special. Yes! Yes! Speaking of tanks, let's go! Okay, we got Myrrh. Good IV. Not great. Not great, but not the worst, right? Defense is probably what she wants, right? So if you don't know, I'm a big Myrrh fan. This is the dragon of my choice, right? Everybody has a dragon they like, I feel like. And mine is Myrrh. I love Sacred Stones. I have base Myrrh at +10, so that's awesome. Okay. We don't really need more Myrrhs, but we'll pull this blue and colorless, and then we're just snipe greens after that. Because we really don't need more than one copy of Myrrh. We just need a tester. And like, if for some reason the IV's really bad and we have to change it, like she's like missing a kill on a very vital matchup, I can just use trait fruits. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, yeah, we'll see what they do with tanks. I don't know. Like, you have to like, there's just so many effects now, like scowl, guard, tempo, distant counter, penalty neutralization, damage reduction, true damage reduction, brave damage reduction, healing. Like, there's too much. There's too much. And so like, they really need to create some kind of, they need to just slow down on the power creep is what they need to do, honestly. But we'll see if they ever do that. Okay, there's Cecilia. We're almost to Spark. So let's do one more question. This is from Satachi Faye, one of my big friends and a fellow Faye-tuber. They want to know who would win in a Summer Duels best of 3 match. Free-to-play FEHOLOGY. Oh, yes, Satachi! Satachi, you brought the luck. Yes, good job, Satachi. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Plus attack or plus res? Plus res. I'll take plus res. Plus res is good. Their whole stick is based off res. We'll do the blue here. But yeah, so who would win a best of 3 match? Free to play FEHOLOGY or pay to win DTM? Now this is a really interesting question, right? Because the thing is that we all know that DTM is actually a whale, right? Like secretly, DTM has 2 accounts. One's a whale account, and it's like name is like, I don't know, it's a calorie or something. I'm just kidding. But so that's interesting. I don't know. Pay to win DTM. It's interesting, right? Because Joel has a lot of toys, so Joel is used to having like all the good stuff, like I am too, right? I'm like not trying to be unfair. And then DTM's the opposite though, right? Where DTM doesn't have all the toys, so he has to like make do with what he has. Why did I keep going? I didn't mean to keep going. But the thing is, DTM doesn't know how to use all the toys, right? Like he's not used to using all the fancy toys, so it'll be, I don't know. I think I give it to DTM. I think I'll give it to DTM. I think Joel would be out of his element more than DTM would be, because DTM's secretly a whale, right? Like we all know it, so it's not really that big of a difference for DTM. Also, DTM would just use the same team anyway. He wouldn't even change the team. It would still be the same team, but like Lucina would just have like distant dart or something. I'm just joking. DTM, don't get mad at me. Okay, we are doing really good right now. I don't know if we should even keep going. Like, should we test our luck? Because like we have a +2 Lyon. That's so good. And we have neutral. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think we'll keep going a little. We'll go for one more 5-star. I say that I'm gonna regret doing this. I already know, but whatever. Speaking of SD, on Thursday at 5 p.m. PST, I will be doing a Salty Summoner Duel stream. We're going to be testing out this Lyon in SD. We're going to be testing out a whole bunch of other stuff in SD. We'll be doing some Altina, like raid boss teams, try to figure that out. It'll be a lot of fun, so definitely come check it out. Even if you don't play SD, like, we're going to be having fun. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff. And we're going to have some member goals as well, where you guys can, if we get enough new members, you guys can choose what team I'm going to be playing with. So I don't know how well that's going to work out. I'm probably just going to get really salty, to be honest. So we'll have to see. But it should be a lot of fun. We also have a date for the Among Us stream. I won't announce that quite yet here. I will be announcing it formally pretty soon, though. Very excited for that. We got all of our players. We got the date and everything. So look forward to that Among Us FEHTuber stream. Should be a blast. There's Ross. I have some plans for Ross, but I need to hit one more skill to get added to the game. Okay, we'll back out here. I don't know. Probably should just have stopped, honestly. I feel like I'm testing my luck a little bit too much here. Okay, let's do some other questions. This is from Leo Altaviz and Bane of the Man. Question: what effects do you expect being passed by Emblem Heroes? For example, Camilla giving DR ignore. Yes! Okay, we got the whole banner. No, we didn't get the whole banner. We don't have Selena. I like Ephraim too. I don't really. Oh my god, you're kidding me. It's so bad. He's a nuke tank. We need attack. Well, that's fine. That's fine. This is going so good. I want to keep going. Okay, let's keep going a little bit more, just a little bit more, right? But yeah. So for example, Camilla giving DR period. Oh my god, no greens. DR ignore on special. Sigurd giving movement +1 and Kanto distant, etc. And the Bane of the Man wants to know what new engage effects would you be most excited for in the future Emblem Heroes? So when it comes to the engage rings, there's so much possibility. It's really hard to say what will happen, right? I think when it comes to like Sigurd, I'm pretty sure Sigurd will just give like +1 movement in like Kanto 1 or something like that. I think that's kind of like obvious, and that's probably what they'll do with it. It's very strong though, right? Like that's a really, really strong effect. When it comes to other heroes, I think it's kind of difficult to say. Like Corrin's ring might give out terrain. Like when you proc special or special is charged at the beginning of turn, put down terrain. I can see something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Ike, I have no idea what they're gonna do with Ike. Like, are they gonna give like a full tank effect? Like maybe they could give like not Battle Astra, but like the damage reduction similar to Battle Astra, or Altina special, or like even like an armored beacon effect to your special. That would be really strong. They could do that. They could also just go for like a passive damage reduction buff, or like even flat damage reduction would be really, really strong as well. I see something like that. Roy could give like a miracle effect or like fire terrain. That'd be pretty cool. Lucina has like that, like it's not follow-up attacks. I can't think of what it's called right now. The extra little attacks you get and engage. So I don't know what they're going to do with that. That's going to be interesting. The thing is for me, like the biggest thing is just like Marth's ring is already so ridiculously powerful. And it's the first iteration, right? We know intelligent systems, whenever they introduce something, there's always a more powerful one coming later, right? It's never like, it's not like Genshin, right? Where they release a 4-star and that 4-star is broken and they're like, okay, never do this again, right? IS doesn't do that. IS is like, okay, that was broken, release more broken things. So I think by the time we get to like, if they go in order, which they might not, but let's just say for this example, right? Let's say they go in order and like we get Sigurd next and we get like, or well, I guess we get Selka next. Selka, then Sigurd or whatever, right? By the time we get to Byleth, like Byleth is going to be broken. Byleth is going to be like, when special procs grants unit and ally support another action, also grants treachery. Something stupid like that, right? Like something just completely and utterly broken. So I'm pretty nervous about that. I'm hoping that's not the case. I hope they kind of like rein it in, keep it balanced to an extent at least, right? I'm glad that Marth has like a bit of a drawback on his. I hope they keep that for the future ones, except for Ike. Ike, they can just make completely and utterly broken because I'm going to plus 10 him, right? So I want that ring to be really, really good. But half jokes aside, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with the engaged rings. I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's really fun, though. I think it's like a really cool thing we could be theory crafting in the community, right? Like I feel like that's I might make a video on that actually, because I haven't done a theory craft video in a long time. I was doing them like really consistently for a while, but they started losing a lot of views. People stopped watching it, so I stopped making them. But I think theory crafting is really fun. I think game design is really fun. So maybe I'll do a bit of that. That could be like a cool like short video I could put together pretty quickly. Okay, this was probably a mistake. We probably should have just stopped. Oops. Let's do a couple questions and see if they can bring us some luck. Okay, this question is going to be from Galaxy. How's living in a box doing for you? So, it's doing pretty good. I think people kind of undersell boxes. They're pretty, flexible. And if you as long as you learn that at night you have to open the bottom of the box so your feet can go out and then wear socks, right? And then you're good. Like you got plenty of room. Boxes protecting you from rain most of the time, right? At least on the vital spots. I'm trying to upgrade though. I'm trying to go for like more of like a refrigerator box. I think that'd be pretty cool. But we'll have to see. It's kind of expensive. What, the cranes are gone. No. This is why I live in Pity Break City. Because I keep summoning. It was like, you got your +2 Leon, stop. And I'm like, well, what if it's +3? That's like a big difference. That's like a whole nother number added there. That's 2 stats. Like that's a game changer. There's Faye. Let's do another question. This one's from Byleth's Boba, which I always read as Byleth's Booba. Every time. Like I need to get off the internet. Are there any units you're looking for in Binding Worlds? Have there been any units you regret picking up so far? I don't have any really units I regret picking up because I typically picked up the best option from each batch. I did pick up like a shell one time, not because I really wanted a shell, but because there was no other option. So she's not bad. She's still a good save unit, but like she's definitely not like top tier. So like it's not really the most valuable binding format I ever picked up. But I really didn't have a better choice, so like it's kind of whatever. When it comes to units I am looking for, let's see if we can get Selena. Why not? When it comes to units I'm looking for, I would like a really decked out like Titania would be really cool. Decked out Jafar would be really cool. Who else would be really cool? Pretty much like any of like a decked out Ross would be really cool. Like any of the Gen 1 units that I need like optimal builds on would be really nice to get. Oh, also Mirabilis. If I can get Mirabilis, that would be amazing. So if you have a really good Mirabilis, put your friend code in the comments and I'll add you. I want like soaring guidance, like I want the full package, right? I could technically do it myself, but I haven't done it yet because I hate investing in E3's defense. Oh god, we're down to 22 orbs. This is bad. This is really bad. Okay, let's do the last question of this video. This is going to be from Ren Kurusu. What did you think of the Final Fantasy Rebirth state of play earlier today if you saw it? Good luck with your summons. If you don't know, I'm a massive Final Fantasy fan, and Final Fantasy VII is my favorite by far. And they just released like a Nintendo Direct essentially, but for Sony about that game, and it looked really, really good. Like they really put a lot of love into that game. There's like a ridiculous amount of content. They really expanded on the combat system. The graphics look phenomenal. The music is, oh my god, like everything just looks so good. And it's coming out in like 3 weeks. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, when that comes out, like I'm gonna be gone for like 4 or 5 days. So if a banner drops during that time, I might not be making a video because I'm gonna like be hardcore addicted and just like strapped in. I even took days off of work so I could just play it straight and not have to think about anything else. So I am very, very excited for that game. We are at 8 orbs. All right, we got 1 orb. We're gonna finish this off. Please don't give me more than 2 greens. Okay, there's 1 green. This is our last summon on this banner. I'll probably come back later and break the pity and then just call it there, but nope. I was gonna say, can we get a Leon? No, we got Cap. Okay, that's where we're gonna end this banner. Overall, this went really well. We definitely went a little bit farther than we probably should have. We probably should have just stopped at Spark. But overall, getting +2 Leon and Mert and Ephraim is a big, big win. We pretty much got everything I wanted off this banner. So I'm very, very happy. And I plan to do a lot of testing because these units look really powerful. But now I'd love to hear from you. How did your summoning session go if you did summon on this banner? Who were you going for? And are you going for like the craziness of Leon because of like just how horrifying he could possibly be? I'd love to hear about it. As always, I'd like to thank all my members for their constant support. And if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe. This has been Oblivion, and I'll catch you all later with more Emblem Heroes from Pity Break City.